All right, so here's the pots we have. These are all fruit trees. We got a couple over on that side. So after the orange tree died, we'll start over here. I bought a pluot tree. So this started with my wife. Bought a flavor supreme pluot from Trader Joe's. I love it. I went and looked for fruit trees, and I found one on this website. So most of these trees, probably 50% of these trees or more, I bought from that website, and I'll put the link below. But that's a pluot tree. And so a pluot, plum and apricot, some people call them plum cot. But anyways, that has 3 separate varieties of pluot on it. It has a flavor queen, it has a dapple dandy, and that also has a flavor supreme. So it's all grafted on one tree. This year we got our first fruit. So I've had that tree since 2019. It's a little skinny tree, kind of almost look like that. But now see, the trunks are pretty huge. But it should be a lot bigger. But it's been dying back. I've had to cut it a little bit. We had frost, 2-3 years of frost, but it's survived. Covered it in cloth and stuff. But anyways, I'll give you a walkthrough of this, of what we have here. So again, this started about a month ago. I kind of designed the bottom here with marble and some brick. But we have, this is a Chinese apricot tree. We have a Santa Rosa plum. I put a little design here of flowers just to attract some bees and stuff. I talked about this pluot tree here. This is my Fantasia nectarine. And here we have a pink lady apple. And that's going to help pollinate the golden Dorset apple over there. So when they grow big, hopefully kind of the wind direction is that way. Bees kind of mess around in here and can go to that one and pollinate. So that's how I have that set up. So let's go to this side. So about here we have 2, 4, 6. We still have space for some more. I also got my drip irrigation system set up at the same time. I have it running from a line here on a timer, coming out here, and then making a T. So going that way and that way. And you kind of see I have these already set up for all the pots I'm gonna get. So they're running and it stops right there. All right. So just in case I'm out of town, at least I know they're getting water. I try to water them frequently. So again, all these are all organic. So that's something I wanted to do. The only thing that's not organic is maybe the water that's coming from the public water. I'm gonna get a rain barrel next year, and so we're gonna change that. I mean, I say organic. It has a lot of chlorine and stuff in it. I don't want to do that. Anyways, here we have our guava tree. Got a lot of birds out here. A guava tree. I don't know what variety this is, but I really want the one that has the pink on the inside, but this is not that one. This has the white on the inside, but it's still gonna be delicious. You kind of see some other flower pods. We have a couple that have opened up, and I've tried to self-pollinate, but it's a bunch of ants and stuff, so hopefully they did their job. There are about 20 pods on this plant, so that's awesome. If it works out, we'll get a lot of guavas. This one is a flavor supreme pluot. So that other one I talked about that has 3 separate varieties, well, the flavor queen dominates, and so I ended up getting a separate pluot tree for the flavor supreme because I love that one. And you can kind of see these trees I've whitewashed. These are not latex. This is a product I got on Amazon. I did a little review on it. It's diatomaceous earth mixed with some essential oils, peppermint, neem, and stuff like that. So that's great. This is a Chardonnay grape. I have one more grape coming, about 3 separate ones, 3 separate plants. That's the Cabernet Sauvignon. So once that comes, I'll take that banana, I'll go on the other side, and then I'll put a Cabernet on that side, and then I'll put the other Cabernets, the other 2 on the other side. So we have here grapefruit. You kind of see the difference, right? So this is a good example. That is a grapefruit. That is a Washington orange, right? This one, this one just has some new foliage. It had fruit, but they fell off on their own. This one had a bunch of fruit. Most of them fell off, but we have 2 that are growing. So this plant right now, all its energy is going to try to make those fruits work right. So that one looks a lot more healthy than that one. So that's why some people are like, oh, you know, take it off, let's so the tree can grow big. But I was like, yeah, I want some fruit. So I just, you know, I let it do its thing. I didn't pluck any up because I know they would fall off, and I had 2 left. We'll see how they're doing, but they're pretty decent sized fruit right now. Look at me, that's a big size. And I wrapped them partially for the birds and stuff. Don't get to them. This is a banana. I don't know the flavor. I bought it from Lowe's, but you know, it was 1 banana planted behind that bush right there. It died down during the freeze. I thought I was gonna throw it away. I just let it sit there, and then the next thing I know, 3 bananas are popping out. So I took it out from the ground, put it in a pot. And you know, I learned my lesson. I don't want to mess with the frost over here. So whenever I hear the frost is coming, I'm gonna take these little drip irrigation things out, haul all these things to the garage. That's my plan. Some of them I might keep when it gets cold a little bit, like the hardy ones that need a little bit of chill onto them, but most of them I'm gonna haul away into the garage. All right, so this is a Fuji apple that I bought, again, from that website. I did get some Fuji apple from the store, so after I ate them, I planted the seeds and they ended up germinating, so they're there, getting water and sun. This is an almond tree. I like the way almonds look. When the flower, I actually was gonna buy one of those trees right there. It's outside of my yard, but during the springtime, all the leaves drop and you just have pink flowers just everywhere. I like the way that looks. But that's not a fruit tree. It's like, man, how can I get that? So I was looking at fruit trees and stuff, and I saw this one. It's like, man, this is great. I can get fruit trees. I can get a big tree, the flowers, the blooms. It's like, man, that's awesome. So this is a Mediterranean olive. And this one, I think it's just generic olive. I don't know the variety, but I got this from the garden center. And then I got this online at a different website. It's a popular website that folks buy plants from. Very small. I didn't think it was going to be that small, but hey, it's growing. This one we have some fruits on, so that's great. All right, this is a Celeste fig. I got this as a gift. My brother-in-law, he bought it. You want to guess how much? $5 for this tree. It looked like it was about to die from Walmart, but look, I mean, obviously now it has leaves. Before it was just the branches. We got some fruits growing on there. Look at that, man. That's awesome. So it's growing pretty good. There's one back there. And so this fig doesn't need wasps to pollinate. So that's beautiful. That's awesome. A lot of people complain about, oh, the wasps, but I mean, either way you find, you get dissolved in there for the chemicals that are natural from the plant. It feeds off the wasp. You get a nice fruit. And then this is where I planted that banana before, but I took it out. Ended up getting a composter because we have a lot of kitchen waste, and so this side I stopped adding to. See in there. This side I'm still adding to, so it's kind of tilted a little bit, so it's draining that way a little bit. So if I add stuff, if I flipped it, this would be getting wet. So this one's a little bit wet. See that? I'll leave it open so it can air out, and then I'll add in some. I don't know if you can see the difference on the textures there. I'll add in some dry material in here, some leaves. Maybe I'll cut these down. I need to trim them, wait for the leaves to dry out, dump them in there, add some soil. One thing I should have done is I should have cut a lot of these branches a lot thinner, but anyway, we live and we learn. But yeah, that's what we have. Got that design going. I talked about those, so these I didn't buy as is. I actually just bought the pots from Costco. Not Costco, sorry. Well, these pots are from Costco. They're 22-inch pots, about 19 gallons. There's one right there. This one I bought from Lowe's. I bought these plants separate, and so I kind of just divvied them up into 3 pots. So I'm gonna put one over there on the end. And then I got another pot, so I'm gonna maybe take some of these plants out, put in that one. And I'm gonna put one all the way on the other end. So that space we had back there. So there you go. And then here's my veggie garden / fruit garden. I built this out of cedar a year ago. We have cantaloupe, lemon cucumber. We got some tomatoes in here. We got some blueberries. We got some peppers, oregano. chocolate mint back there, and garlic chive. I think that's what that is. And this is all netted, so I have a lot of birds, so nothing gets in here. And this bottom here is for the rabbits. So all I do is, I got a little screw in it, just pull that back. I go up here, and I have a roof on it. So before I didn't have the those installed, and I just had them installed this year. I didn't want a bunch of water just draining and messing things up. Even though rainwater is good, I'm gonna probably get a rain barrel right here and one over there, because those are a lot better for the plants. So that'll be my project next year. But yeah, I was gonna put a elaborate door on this thing, and I was like, I'm just gonna use this to cover this for now, and then it just stayed. I don't think I need a door. So there you go. I go in there, install drip irrigation as well, do what I need to do, and I just put it back. So pretty efficient. No birds have gotten in there, rabbits haven't gotten in there. So that's awesome. And that's my setup. So I got a couple items over here I need to do for plants and stuff. I need to finish up the model thing over there I mentioned, and over on that side, and then get some more blocks. I want to put something right here. It's going to serve as a little nursery. I might cover it because I do have rabbits running around here like they're pets or something. They just eat all my plants. A lot of people are like, oh, it's so cute, look at the white tail. When I see rabbits, I see, man, they ate my plant.